Cedric, Corey Baumeister, Ailey Loney. We are going to take you through the second semi-final here. Seth Manfield versus Derrick Davis. Seth Manfield, of course, former world champion.
Yep.
Derrick Davis would love to be world champion, but he's got one heck of a giant of the game in his way here. Both playing Is It lessons, but quite different lists, Corey.
Yeah, very different. The key aspect being the monuments here. That is kind of the biggest thing that we are going to be seeing. Having the monuments, having the artist talents, versus not having those and playing Eddie Merc Crabs, and then just other pieces of interaction, other versions of card advantage like stock up. It seems like that is a huge deck disadvantage, and that's how it's proved out so far. Derrick has played against both Sam and Seth and lost to both of them. Did get a game off Seth, but overall it's looked like those key differences has made it very, very difficult for the Derrick Davis side.
All right, so Derrick is going to need a little bit of extra luck, is what I'm hearing from past results, as well as just, you know, how Seth Manfield has had his run go so far. Grand to start things off here for Derrick Davis. Seth Manfield, let's see what his turn to play is. It's Artist Talent.
Hey, that's kind of exactly the start that you're looking for any Derrick Davis fans out there. Grand living. You know, it's just extremely difficult. You at least for sure get this free loot, and you can start supercharging the cost reduction here on Grand.
Chuck as many lessons as possible into the yard, get that discount, and try and get this game over and done with. You know, it's almost like Derrick needs to take a bit more of the aggressive approach here. He can't sit back and wait as much as he'd like to. He needs to get things going and done soon.
100% agree. Inevitability goes to the Seth Manfield version of Is It Lessons for sure. And I got to say, Ailey, I've been on the Derrick Davis side of being in a mirror match. I was in the finals of a Grand Prix playing a green-white devotion mirror, and there was one key difference in our list, and it made it so I basically could not win. And that kind of, I don't think it's as extreme, but it kind of feels like what Derrick Davis is under as well.
What was the card?
It was a Teamer Sabertooth, I believe. Yeah, just allowed them to bounce back Pelucranos and keep replaying it, and that was going to win in the long run against me, and it did very easily.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see if this is as pronounced as something like that was. But hey, at the end of the day, you still play Grand. You still play as many accumulate wisdoms from each side. So there's still plenty of tools here for Derrick Davis.
Hey, Grand's gotten to attack twice. That's already a win for Derrick Davis. Roiling Dragonstorm hits the board. No dragons in the deck, but when Grand is out and the discount is active, it's a great target for your Boomerang Basics to draw two cards, essentially, for the same price if Grand wasn't there.
Yeah, and look at this. I mean, this is exactly the kind of start that Derrick Davis wants. Like, I mean, he is just worlds and miles ahead now. Seth just used his entire 2 turns to get tempoed out by one Boomerang Basic here.
Get boomeranged. I don't know. Sokka would say something smart in that situation for sure.
Would he?
Yeah.
He would say something.
He would say something. Yeah.
That is for sure true.
Kick-a-pow! Let's see, Seth, what follow-up do you have here, good sir? Artist Talent redeployed.
And yeah, Seth's just got to do a lot more work here, kind of starting off with like some removal. Being able to kill either Grand or the Otter. You usually want to start by killing Grand and then eventually find an Iroh's demonstration to clean up 1 or 2 Otters later down the road.
Derrick looking quite happy as things stand. Is that a crab in his hand?
Yeah, I see a crab. And here he gets to do a little bit of looting so Seth can fix his hand a little bit. And that's a removal spell, again, specifically the tokens. So might as well fire that one off. And Seth still hasn't played a land. Looks like we are finally dealing with Grand, but the damage is done.
Yep. Grand got.
And something important to notice, Seth did not loot off the Artist Talent here, so likes the rest of the cards he has.
Derrick finds another land off the top. Looks like a River Pyre Verge. So he'll get that down for turn. I love it when the lands play nice. Oh, 4 blue mana, open wide. What do you think that could signify?
Yeah,
Corey?
What could it possibly be? And we're definitely going to see the ability to be able to play the crab here at instant speed. once again, not the catch-all be-all. There are plenty of removal spells in Seth's list, mostly the combustion technique to be able to deal with it. So the crab is not the biggest deal. It's really
It's still pretty big, though.
Yeah, it's still large, and we're really at the accumulate wisdom phase. Like, if Derrick has a bunch of those, huge advantage to him. As we see, 2 red cards in hand, though.
Yeah, combustion technique and firebending lesson sitting in hand there for Derrick. So would love to find some targets, but first and foremost, going to find 2 cards. Crabbo hits the board. Abandoned attachments gets him 2 extra cards.
Very interesting to discard the combustion technique instead of the firebending lesson. That's pretty telling.
Why?
So Seth could be lining up something here. With 1 blue, you could cast Accumulate Wisdom. Even though you only have 2 lessons in your graveyard, you can just loot 1 and still get the draw effect, which is what we'll probably see here.
Yep. That's what's happening.
And then draw 3.
Icky. But very good.
And now if there is a combustion technique, you can, for 1 mana, deal with this crab and exile it.
Grab down.
Yeah, it turns out your deck is pretty good when you get to play both Ancestral Recall and Swords to Plowshare in the same deck.
Yeah. I guess there's no really other red comparison to that effect, right?
Not really.
It's kind of, Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, whichever.
Yeah, pretty much, but no lands. I mean, sure, the life is different, so it's not all the same, but that's the power level of these cards. These are some of the most iconic cards ever. And now Derrick's turn here of just spending 5 mana to bounce a 2-drop looks quite bad, so this game has shifted very quickly.
It sure has. Seth found key removal pieces after Derrick had deployed all of his threats, basically, so gonna have to refill the hand there for Derrick Davis' side of things. Let's see what Seth can get going here proactively.
Probably just recasting this artist talent for the 3rd time.
He's so talented. What I mean, what are you gonna do?
That is very true. Now Derrick Davis is at that stage of the game where if we don't find, your best card, one of your Accumulate Wisdoms, maybe another Storm Chaser's talent, Seth is just going to kind of start burying Derrick Davis in card advantage. Yeah,
this is where things snowball out of control, here for Derrick Davis, because the game has gone on very long. We are now costing Ancestral Recalls.
Yeah.
Seth Manfield is going to find all that he could possibly need to wrap this game up in a much quicker fashion than Derrick Davis can do from this point.
Yeah, and I just saw an island off the top and a couple red cards in hand, so we might just see all 6 lands turn sideways, level up the talent to Chapter 3, and just hope Seth has 7 lands in hand, I guess.
Pew. So anyways, he started blasting.
Yeah.
Come on, Derrick, fight back. Let's see what you got. 6th land down. Storm Chaser's talent.
And looks like he might just do the same thing of, level this up to level 2, boomerang basics back, artist talent, and try to slow down Seth in the only way he can. But this is a Band-Aid. This is not a solution. This is just buying some time.
I like to call this a Band-Aid on a bullet wound.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much indeed.
Because, Derrick is so weak to just 1 piece of removal, because that is the only way he can get Seth dead is creatures.
Yeah, and with Seth still at 18, that is not really how we're going to win with 1 otter. But, we're seeing how swingy these games can be. Seth found 2 Accumulate Wisdoms. Yeah. Derrick found 0. If Derrick were to chain off a couple, all of a sudden the game completely changes. So these are going to be very swingy mirror matches.
Level it up once again.
And probably a monument here.
Danger, danger. Alarm bells start going off.
And here is, the reason why this matchup is so much better here for Seth's version. There's no Abrades in the main deck where Derrick can deal with this. The only thing he can do to stop, in air quotes, the monument is what he's been doing to this talent, which is just leveling up and bouncing it with the boomerang basics. That's just not going to work here, and now we're going to see Seth completely take over.
Yeah, all Derrick could do was level up to level 3 on the first copy of... Oh, God, 2 monuments now.
Yep.
We're going to see some fireworks go off here, friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Fireworks on exactly one side, and very calm on the other side for now. And so far, this has just looked like... you know, the sample size is small. This is what on camera we've seen maybe 7, 8 games of this version of Is It Lessons versus the other version of Is It Lessons. But I wonder if we did a sample size of 100 games, how many would look like exactly like this in favor of the version of Team TCG player?
I mean,
and I would guess a large amount.
That's just 18 damage between these. If we do everything in Seth's turn and then on upkeep, just discard one thing.
Oh, yeah. This game is well and truly over. 3 monuments. This is going to end the game extremely quickly. And, a third recall. Whenever you got 3 monuments and 3 accumulate wisdoms in your top 20 cards of your deck in the mirror match, you're probably going to do pretty well here.
Yep. Yeah, Derrick can only laugh. I mean, it's not an enjoyable laugh. I'll tell you that much.
And here is one thing that we might see, depending on what modes are used. This is kind of a cool interaction that I learned from playing this deck on Arena this week. Is when you go to cleanup and you discard a card and Monument hasn't been used yet to draw, you get to draw, and then you kind of go to a second cleanup. And then you discard again, and then you get another mode. So it's a strange interaction. It's not very intuitive, but it is quite cool.
Oh, the things you'll learn when you play this deck.
I will.
You'll learn 1 mana, draw 3. Very good.
Bounce the monument to reset that one.
Oh, that's gross. And then you can make 2 treasures with the other 2. Yeah, Derrick might just be dead here on Seth's turn.
This is kind of playing with your food a little bit here.
I mean, the semifinals are on time, so you might as well just... Let him go through the motions, do all the things.
Yeah, you absolutely never concede in the top 4 of a world championship. That is for sure.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm gonna die.
Yes, you are, Derrick.
Derrick is in agreement with us.
Monuments.
Trigger. Well, discard trigger, but no trigger on the middle monument.
Discard, draw 2, because 1 monument is left unmaxed out.
Now it's done.
And
Are those Velcro strips?
I'm not sure.
Kind of looks
I believe that is from our label makers, but
yes, you're right.
Yeah.
less than that.
Then you get one more.
I think Seth could close his eyes and start casting spells at this point and be able to close this one out.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I've got an instant one on
Yep.
your turn.
Yeah, all right, so Derrick's super dead. Good grief.
Yeah,
Man, that crab dying, that was basically the beginning of the end.
yeah, and that really showed the 2 win cons and which one's better in the mirror, right? The one crab basically was a non-factor. You know, it ate up 1 good removal spell from Seth. And then the monument wasn't dealt with because it can't be dealt with in game 1 and completely, made that game look comical. And now we play one more pre-boarded game where Derrick doesn't have access to those 2 abrades in the sideboard yet. So Derrick, in my opinion, needs to get out of this game with a win.
Yeah.
If you go 0-2 down and you head to the sideboarded games in what seems like a really rough mirror match, you gotta like Seth's chances to go to the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Even just being 2 games down, that is tough to come back from.
That is true. We've seen it plenty of times.
Yeah.
But it is definitely not trivial.
This matchup feels so lopsided.
Yeah.
If Derrick had a similar build to Seth, then I think we would have seen a bit more of a fair fight.
Yeah, I mean, if we had the exact same kind of tools, but who knows? We saw how great the Eddie Merck crabs were last round for Derrick, so I'm sure.
JD.
Yeah, so I'm sure those crabs have won him plenty of games throughout the Swiss to get to this point. It just so happens that the mirror breaker seems to be Monument.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, Derrick got to those crabs very quickly, and Seth just had the answer immediately and kept pressing the advantage from that point on. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Come on, Derrick. If anyone can do it, it's you. Mr. How many 4 winning-ins? Got there eventually.
Yeah.
You can do it, man.
Yeah, that was
Bye, Granny.
definitely stressful. 9-1, lose a few, got to win the last one. But hey, we've been talking about how amazing Seth Manfield's career is and how he's done everything. He's won Pro Tours, won this tournament already.
It's done everything there is to do, imagine.
Done everything there is to do. But Derrick, out of his this is his 12th professional event, and he has made day 2 at all but 1. That's already incredible. And he's made day 3
Impressive.
at 2. You know, I mean, that's an incredible conversion rate that anyone starting off with their first 12 Pro Tours would be incredibly pleased.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, and like I said yesterday or on Friday, you know, he's basically become part of the day 2 furniture because,
Yeah.
you know, he's just that consistent. He's that good a player. He comes up with some sweet brews with his team as well. So,
15.
Yeah, and that's exactly how Seth started. You know, I mean, Seth was just always making it very close at Grand Prix, then finally broke through, super consistent at Pro Tours, and then, he started top 8ing all of them and winning them. Like, that's how you start. Once you learn how to make day 2, and then you learn how to make the top 8s, you, believe it or not, just keep doing it.
yeah.
I wouldn't know, but I'm sure that's how it
Corey,
works.
it's all right. But you get to make day 3s.
That's true. Finally.
Albeit through the caster booth. You are on day 3.
Finally. Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, these poor little otters of Derrick are getting taken care of here by Firebending Lesson. Grand's off the board. What can Derrick string together here to get this game from Seth?
And we just saw how Seth is just putting a huge priority on playing these artist talents as the first thing, just realizing if I can loot every turn maybe 2-3 times, I'm never going to have these draws where I just run out of steam like we saw from Derrick. You just eventually will find the accumulate wisdoms. Like even look at this. Derrick just leveled that up just to get that boomerang basic back. That can't be like the play you're hoping to make on turn 4.
Absolutely not. I mean, there is so much, you know, insurance in this deck, or so many redundancies. You know, if Grand gets taken out for Seth, who cares? He's got artist talent, which is difficult to interact with. You can't kill it unless you have enchantment removal, so good luck, or you're bouncing it like Derrick has to do. And then win conditions, you can't rely on creatures because there's so much removal in the metagame right now. So I'm just going to dome you for 3 every time I discard.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the way to summarize it the most is there is so many more proactive elements from Seth's version than there is from Derrick's. Derrick's is much more reactive, which you play up against airbending, you play up against, you know, mono red, any kind of aggressive decks. I would like the side that's more controlling, you know, because you might tap out for Monument and lose if you're playing against a Badgermole Cub style of deck. But in the mirror, the proactive elements seem to be king here.
Firebending Lesson, trigger on the stack.
Discard.
Grand in the bin.
Dodge for the monument.
Probably discard, draw 2.
I will.
Might make a treasure first and then do something else.
Another otter down.
Pretty cool tokens, I must say.
Draw.
What these ones used to dictate what's been used or
Yes,
not?
yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Caroline.
Yeah, our own Caroline party made those.
It's like, hey guys, we need to know what's been selected here.
Exactly.
3 cards.
Yep.
Give me 2 minutes.
Gives me flashbacks to the Nadu. 1 on one side, 2 on the other.
Conveyor belt of Nadu misery.
The conveyor belt, that's exactly what it was. Okay, not so bad here. Being able to bounce the Rolling Dragon Storm, draw a card, and then do some more looting with that. You know, it's kind of a build your own artist talent. You do get the initial action right away. So in some ways it's better. In most ways it's worse.
You know, I said on Friday, I don't know why so many people are playing otters. It just seems it's not
18.
better or
islands.
even that good? Question mark?
Just the Otters deck in comparison to Lessons? Yeah.
Otters to Lessons. I mean, this Lessons deck kind of feels a little on the same power level as the Otters.
Yeah.
And then you see this Monument version that Seth is playing, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, that's the thing everyone should be playing.
I mean, I will say, you know, it's so easy for us to say, for everyone watching at home to say, like, yeah, just play the Lessons deck over the Otters deck. But when you're in that testing house for 2 weeks, you're testing things out, your deck's doing well, and, you know, even like the team Handshake Moxfield was saying, we completely undervalued Grand. And if you think about it like that, and they thought, okay, Grand's not a playable card, which ended up being wrong, and you live your testing under that assumption, well, there's a couple things that are going to change. You're playing Otters, and you're like, well, if the Lessons deck in our mind is bad, people aren't going to play it. So our bad matchup, that one's gone. But if you're wrong, now all of a sudden 22% of the metagame is playing a matchup that's horrendous for you.
Yeah.
So little things like that can go wrong in deck building just as much as you can make play mistakes when you're playing the matches themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
And looks like Seth is the first one to Ancestral Recall again, so huge advantage to the Hall of Famer. Oh, is that... Oh, I thought we just discarded one. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, look, he doesn't
just
have...
resolving.
He doesn't have a million in there, thankfully.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And I'm sure Seth is up to 8, 9 cards in hand already.
Maybe we'll see the cleanup step draw trigger once again.
It is cool. It is
It is
very cool. But it's one of the 10 cool things that this deck already does.
Jeez, yeah.
So Seth,
Extremely powerful in all aspects.
so 4th land coming down for Seth, so still has a ton of options. You can look to level up the talent, then have 1 mana available to continue doing things, you know, playing more monuments, trying to get Grand down, and hope your opponent doesn't have removal. There's so many different things you can be thinking about in this situation.
I know it's bad, but I'm thinking about sideboards right now.
I mean, I'm with you. It looks quite bad, but that being said, Derrick Davis does have an Accumulate Wisdom there in hand. That's
Okay.
probably the most important thing. But the thing that I'm noticing is it's all red removal and then Accumulate Wisdom. So if Seth never plays a creature, Derrick can't go end step,
Yeah.
put the 3rd lesson into the yard.
Yeah.
And then you're kind of frozen because you don't want to cast Accumulate Wisdom first, you know?
Yeah.
This is actually very good for
Ooh,
Derrick.
yeah. No, this is good because now he actually has a target for his firebending lesson.
Exactly.
And then I will.
And again, that's the power of this deck. You don't need creatures to win.
Yeah. And in fact, in this
I will
situation,
make a treasure and make you lose.
putting 1 creature into play is so much better for Derrick than it is for Seth.
Yeah. Might be something to think about in the 3rd game.
Yeah.
When we get to it.
Where's the treasure?
Money.
Okay, so looks like we
One.
can still keep doing things with one
That's
more
not- yeah,
with 1
that's right.
mana.
So you're at 15.
15.
14 to 15.
Dunk.
14 to
Doming for 3. Okay, that adds up, huh?
It really does. Lightning bolts are indeed good. So I see 1 Accumulate Wisdom and a bunch of red cards in hand from Derrick.
Otter down. Wisdom online.
Yeah, now the turn is almost assuredly going to start with, all right, well, things should look better when I draw 3, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Seth
Makes
said,
sense,
yeah.
yes. It sure does.
And now we picked up a Grand, a
Wait for it
Storm
to-
Chaser's Talent, and a Firebending Lesson to go with the already 1 Storm Chaser's Talent, Spire Bluff Canal, 2nd Firebending Lesson. So the hand's better,
Yeah.
Talent, get an otter.
but the monuments are already here to stay, and there's
No,
nothing
get
that
an
takes
otter.
them off the battlefield.
Yeah, sorry. The talent's on the stack.
Otter.
One,
Boomerang basics can.
one second treasure.
So this could be like a Spell Pierce. No, okay.
Bending lesson there.
So that just makes sure with 1 prowess
Yeah.
trigger on the stack, no matter what, Derrick won't be able to keep that otter alive. And of course, oh yeah, it's going to come with a looting, and you can loot, draw 3 if you want.
Oh,
That's a firebending recall at home lesson here. Looks like we went with
otter dies.
treasure and draw a card, which means that Seth can play another spell
Oh.
and then switch it. You know, treasure from one and draw from the other. Like, this just gets silly.
Cool.
Or Seth can just untap, like,
His options are plentiful, yes.
are endless, it would seem. And now, worst case scenario, Seth can just go level up Storm Chaser's Talent, accumulate Wisdom from the yard, and that's like his worst play. And that's still pretty good. Or you can start with another monument and really, or that, yeah, level up the talent, now
Yeah,
everything's cheaper.
everything's cheap.
Now with this one drop, you can actually net mana off of it by getting by getting the treasures.
Draw to the talent.
I'm sure there must be like an infinite combo in this shell somewhere.
You know, if Monument didn't have that clause that you can
Yeah,
only do
once
them
per
all
turn.
once, then I think you know it'd be easy to go infinite with this kind of card.
Yeah.
Thank God the designers figured out that we should at least make this card a little bit worse.
Discard. And draw 2, make 2 treasures.
Treasure, treasure. So we've got the Doom Doom. It's at 6, you got a 9. If you find another monument, then Derrick's dead on upkeep.
Yeah, this feels like one of those turns where it's not over right now, but you just think, how could Derrick possibly win? What does this game look like where Derrick can beat the monuments? And yeah, I mean, it's going to be one of the most insane comebacks ever if Derrick is able to come back.
You know, you said previously you will eat your shoe if something ridiculous happens.
I think you're putting words in my mouth. I don't think
You
I've ever
have said that. You have said,
Yeah.
I will eat my shoe. I will eat my shoe if Derrick Davis manages to win this.
That doesn't sound like me, but okay. I mean, high heels.
And they've got sparkles on them too, so I'm probably going to chip a tooth.
Does not look appetizing, I'll tell you that.
Nope.
But I'm holding you to it.
Okay. Sideboards.
Okay.
This
now
is rough, man.
Let's hope
Holy
it gets
moly.
way better for Derrick.
Talk
but
us through sideboards, bud.
yeah, okay, so here is exactly how they sideboarded. We're going to start with Derrick Davis. So the one thing I want to point out here is Seth and Sam clearly talked and agreed. They're on teams. Of course, this would make a lot of sense. Both Sam and Seth have taken out all Grands.
Yeah.
And every other Lessons player has not.
They're a liability, right?
I mean, maybe. Half the people agreed, half the people don't.
Sure.
Sometimes, of course, they're going to look horrifically bad because I don't think in these Lessons mirrors you can take out all the red lessons. If you're taking out all the red cards, you don't have enough lessons to facilitate accumulate wisdom. So you have to leave them in. And if you have to leave them in, well, your Grands are at risk. So it makes sense to me, but Seth took out Grands, but as far as Derrick Davis's side, we took out the crabs. We took out 4 combustion techniques, 2 Iroh's demonstrations, so a lot of red cards came out, and then came in 2 negates, 2 abrades, 1 roiling Dragonstorm, 1 stock up, and 2 spider sense.
Good grief.
Then from Seth, we took out the Grands, and we took out Storm Chaser's talent, 2 combustion techniques, 1 Eloquentia, 1 Iroh's demonstration, and then we brought in negates as well, 1 Towards the Tower, 1 abandoned attachments, 1 Pyroclasm, 1 Quantum Riddler, 2 Soul Guide Lanterns, and a Spell Pierce.
Good grief.
So some big changes
That
from
is a
both
lot of
players.
sideboarding. Yeah, it's basically now an Is It control mirror.
Kind of, yeah, except, you know, I mean, there are still disagreements. Derrick left in the Grands, Seth did not, so
I mean,
who knows?
did we even see Seth cost a single Grand in those 2 games?
No, it was just all artist talents to get the
Yeah,
Grand style
the
of
effect,
effect, yeah.
It's a liability. Sorry,
Yeah.
Granny. I'm sure you're great and all, but
Definitely great
boy.
in any matchup where Grand doesn't die. Ban to airbending, you know, the Golgari
yeah.
Ouroboros decks, Simic Ouroboros. So it has its places in the metagame, but
yeah.
I do like their pivot plan. It seems very smart to me.
Smart play for smart players. All right, Derrick. Comeback time. Let's do it, bud.
But at the meantime, you know, I bet Derrick has got wind of, hey, they're doing that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he took out a lot of red removal spells. So that's the funny thing is you start hearing, well, they're sideboarding like this, so I should do this. The mind games
Yeah.
begin in these style of events, and that just makes open deck list and, you know, these style of high-level events really fun to watch.
Firebending lesson takes care of the otter that Derrick Davis created off of Storm Chaser's talent.
And a much more managed game so far. AK Seth did not have artist talent on 2, and now we are just playing a more fair game so far. But these games will slow down. A lot of counter magic from both players, a braid to actually kill Monument from Derrick's side, so
A lot more thinks to be thought.
I think it gets a lot more fair for Derrick's side post-board, although I'd still give the advantage to Seth.
Yeah. Definitely definitely a lot more of a chance for Derrick here. A fighting chance, I would say.
Yeah.
So.
Sure.
Trigger.
Firebending lesson gets sent to the yard.
Looks like Derrick has an It'll Quench You in hand, which definitely loses value the later you get. The more mana, you know, Seth will start firing off monuments once he gets up to 5 mana and plus. But it can still definitely have some value. And a card that also can show some amazing value here is Soul Guide Lantern. It's done some serious work in these Lessons mirrors.
They have indeed. Being able to keep your opponent off of the discounts. Very powerful. And more powerful so, keeping your Accumulate Wisdom as an Accumulate Wisdom and not an Ancestral Recall.
Yeah. I think Derrick did pick up a stock up here, which is excellent. Being able to do exactly that, stock up some value here. It's going to be strong. So if Seth has any kind of hard counterspell, you would think he's going to fire that off here.
Spider Sense, Land, Accumulate Wisdom, see a Gran. What was the second card he picked up?
Yeah, Abrade and Spider Sense, Accumulate Wisdom, they all look good, but Accumulate Wisdom does look a lot more managed when there's a Soul Guide Lantern on the other side. Like, yeah, he doesn't even go for it. And that's your best card.
Yeah.
So,
That
just
just tells you how powerful it is.
It really is good. Yeah, Derrick doesn't play Soul Guide Lantern. Seth and company did.
Yeah, Derrick's got
Shows up
access
here.
to the Ghost Vacuum, which we haven't seen just yet.
Yep. Yeah, didn't bring it in either.
And Seth just cracking that Soul Guide Lanterns, draw a card. So what does that tell you about Seth's hand right now?
That he needs some action. He's maybe got a little bit too much air. And just the threat of Soul Guide Lantern's activation stopped Derrick from picking his best card there, so it kind of did something.
Okay. Counter spell here for the Artist's Talent. Is that a fancy negate?
Looks like a fancy negate to me, and makes sense. Artist Talent was kind of the reason why Seth, pulled so far ahead in those first 2 games. So Derrick really, with no hesitation, get that one out of there. And Derrick has another Spider Sense in hand, too, so could have backed that up as well.
And that is handy indeed.
This game's looking much better for Derrick so far.
Feel like we're going to be sitting here for a little while longer.
6 cards.
Yeah, just picked up a Storm Chaser's Talent as well. And, when you have this much mana, you're not under a lot of pressure. Something like level up the talent to Chapter 2, pick up Stock Up, and hold up Spider Sense looked actually great now, where it looked kind of mopey in the previous 2 games.
Yeah. Ooh, negate though.
Yeah. Might as well get that one first. You can do some more protection, and then the second Storm Chaser's Talent can pick up a Stock Up. Maybe that Stock Up finds Boomerang Basics, and you get that loop continuously.
Yeah. Derrick just has to be careful not to be too reactive the entire time, otherwise Seth Manfield will eventually work through all his counter magic and deploy all the game-ending threats that we've seen already.
Yep.
Both of these players very much would like to find themselves in the finals up against Akira Shibata, who's found his way there already playing Izzet Lessons, so certainly plenty of lessons going around here this weekend.
And what a run Seth is on right now. He's currently on an 11-match winning streak.
Yeah, he started 0-2.
Started 0-2, went 10-0 in the Swiss, and now won the top 8. So an 11-match winning streak is incredible at the highest level, aka the World Championship.
Pretty good at Magic. Alrighty, Accumulate Wisdom. No counter for that from Derrick.
No, Derrick says, I don't like that. He has multiple counter spells, but you got to think with Seth main phasing it here.
Yeah.
This is, the negate is face up. He literally knows about it. So this seems like Seth is like, I know you're going to negate it, and then I'm going to do X.
Yeah.
X probably being a negate coming right back.
It's such a tough spot to be in because, yeah, sure, you can then counter the next thing, but if you don't take care of this, then he just gets even more things to do. So,
yeah,
boy.
I think Derrick is going to think about this and then just fire it off because, what if Seth doesn't have it?
Yeah.
Seth could also be playing mind games at this stage as well. The kind of mind games like this usually work against the best players. But, I figured Seth probably has something there.
Yeah, Spell Pierce taking care of Spider Sense, so The Hall of Famer gets to draw the 3 cards. And now the world is seemingly his oyster because Derrick's tapped out.
Interesting choice by Derrick Davis there to play Spider Sense instead of Negate. So now there's still face-up information from Seth.
Talent.
Artist Talent. Can't level it up just yet. Agna Kayla, excellent land in this list. Oh boy. And another 3 cards to be drawn here for Seth.
And just like the first 2 games, Seth cast 2 Accumulate Wisdom before Derrick ever cast any of them. And you know, the mirror match is not that simple by any means, but it is a big factor.
Yeah.
And if you're going to start by paying 4 mana to draw 6 before your opponent does, it's going to be very, very helpful.
It certainly helps, yeah. I mean, even more than 6 with the Artist Talent down there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, all the loots.
Chuck what I don't
Factor
need,
in,
get
yep.
another card. Seems good.
And now we're up to still only 1 lesson in the yard from Derrick. And to be fair, with the sideboarding, you know, Derrick did take out 6 lessons where Seth took out 4. You know, not the biggest difference, but when you cut all these cards, or you bring in all these cards, all these counter magic spells and extra card advantage, you got to cut something. So I'm really liking the approach from Seth and company of taking out Grands. It makes more and more sense the more games we watch.
Yeah. And you can just see and hear from Derrick's side of things. He knows he's in such a rough spot right now.
Yeah, like Derrick has a Grand in hand and just didn't even fire it off because it's just not at a great spot. It just gives more targets for removal for Seth as well.
And every time Seth plays a spell, that Artist Talent triggers.
Yeah.
It's just more digging through, filtering of the deck. So.
And now when you got this talent leveled up, you got 5 mana available. Soul Guide Lantern is free now.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden you can cast 10 mana value or more. And now that 1 Accumulate Wisdom that's in Derrick's hand, I got a peek at it. I saw it'll quench you and Accumulate Wisdom. Just feels completely dead now. Now it's an Anticipate.
Talent. Trigger.
Storm Chaser's Talent.
Discard.
Forces the discard of Revivify Verge. Or enables the discard, I should say. There's a negate on the talent. Does Seth want to fight over this?
I'm kind of shocked Derrick didn't fight over the Soul Guide Lantern. When you had a lesson in the yard,
Yeah.
you know, you have an It'll Quench You to play. I mean, the It'll Quench You is looking really bad at this point. It's just, we've gone too far. It doesn't seem like Seth is going to put himself vulnerable, you know, play a monument with 1 land open or anything like that. He's just not going to do that at this stage of the game when there's not pressure on him.
Yeah. You know, all he needs to do is just run Derrick out of cards, get the advantage in that, get the mana advantage, set up his engine, and then start going to town on Derrick's life total.
Yeah, and the Rolling Dragon Storms does a great job at manipulating your hand, but it does it once, and the Artist Talent lives on forever and just keeps doing it.
So we saw Grand in hand for Derrick. What else did you get a peep at?
It'll Quench You, Accumulate Wisdom, and then red cards. I believe that was the 4 I saw in hand, and they don't seem great. So, I mean, I think you know, as far as my quick calculation goes, the best thing to do is level up a talent and get back a stock up. Or it looks like level up the talent to 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cards left.
No,
5 cards in hand.
there doesn't seem to be any instant speed way to deal with that talent, but
Yeah, I don't have
Maybe
to
I'm
flood more or anything.
yeah.
Trigger.
Just doing this in response, just saying, you know what, if you want to counter this, you're not going to get an otter with it.
Mm-hmm.
George, I have a question. Sure.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, one mana floating.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Discard. Draw.
So that is just Seth over tapped there, so now he's going to have 1 mana floating.
Overtapped.
Yeah. Not going to be...
I'm sure he'll find something to do with 1 blue.
Yeah. I mean, either way, just
Sorry.
another Accumulate Wisdom to draw a total of 9 cards with the 3 that have been cast. And
Yeah, abandoned attachments now.
Abandoned attachments.
Trigger.
Oh. Discard off that. Draw.
And now the discard
Yeah.
off the
Attachments.
attachments.
I mean, look how many lands he's just chucked in the yard here.
Yeah. He's just,
All right. Yep.
you know, it looks like, oh yeah, Seth has drawn better or whatever you
Oh.
wanna say, but look at all the manipulation. Look at his
Yeah.
graveyard size. Look at Derrick's graveyard size. It feels like, is it lessons against is it control in this particular
Yeah,
game?
it does, yeah. Yeah, Boomerang Basics, take care of the artist's talent.
They all come with otters now, so that is
Yeah, that's a
not
plus.
nothing.
Even if it gets countered, you still get an otter. I mean, is that the game plan now for Derrick? Just level those two up and then
It seemed like it, and honestly, it doesn't seem terrible to me right now.
just flood the board and hope for the
Yeah.
best?
I mean, there's no pressure from Seth, so Seth will, you know, Seth kind of has to blink first now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Negate.
Once again, over tap there, so there should be mana
Blue
floating.
yeah.
I mean, hey, this is a deck where you have a lot going on, a lot
Yeah.
to remember.
Sorry. Still. Yeah. I did it again. It's fine. Yeah.
That's
I did it again. Yeah.
And I have an otter.
But, you know,
Yep.
And Gran. Alrighty.
wasn't too relevant there.
No.
Well, let's see what you can do.
Yeah, Derrick, I'm with you, bud.
Yeah, and now let's see what he can do together. This is the turn. Shields are down, no
Absolutely,
counter
yeah.
magic. If Seth has monuments, that's where we begin. If he doesn't, we probably start by trying to find some monuments.
Yep, monuments for 2 mana. Don't forget.
Yep.
Because of the discount for non-creature spells, courtesy of level 2 of Artist's Talent.
Could start with some removal spells. I do see a monument there in the window.
Artist's
Artist's
Talent.
Talent.
Number 2. Good grief. Do you think he's going to deck himself?
Discard.
I mean, he's gotten very close.
Yeah. I
Literally.
don't think we'll get to that point, but like
don't-
he could.
It definitely could. I mean, you draw so many cards. That is something you know, the first couple times I started playing this deck, I wasn't prioritizing the lose 3. I was like, I'll eventually find time to do that. Let's just keep drawing cards and making treasures. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I have 12 cards left in my library. I need to figure something out.
1 mana monument, and all Derrick Davis can do is watch.
Yeah, now it lowers the mana value by 1 colorless, so any, 1 red, 1 blue type thing, the spells aren't fully free.
Yeah.
We're not going to be completely storming off, but
Discard.
we are going to indeed pop off this turn.
And discard draw. Okay, monuments.
On the field.
Monuments in play.
Yep, those were cast triggers,
Yeah.
so they haven't begun yet, but I have a feeling we're going to hit all 3
Oh.
of them.
Play
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Here we go.
discard.
It's kind of like watching a train crash in slow
Yeah.
motion, right?
The treasure.
You can't
Except
you
it gets
can't look
pretty
away.
fast.
Yeah.
It goes pretty fast. So this monument's still on the stack. We're going to have 2 looting, so we're going to get the 2 modes from Monument A. Then Monument B comes down. And now Seth, all he's going to be lining up is, okay, if I have another monument, play that. If not, maximize them both for this turn.
Yep.
Get all 3
3
modes
modes,
used,
yeah.
and then pass, be able to go all 3 modes on Derrick's turn, and then
Okay.
Seth's next turn, all 3 mode, Derrick's turn, all 3 modes, and that should be it. That's really all it will take is 4 rotations with 2 monuments here.
Yep. Oh,
Monument.
I
Well-
think that's GG, friend.
Yep.
Discard.
Nothing that Derrick can do in the situation.
Draw. I
Looks at the
will
accumulate wisdom in hand. Can't do anything against what Seth Manfield's up to right now.
Yeah, now it's just the spot of, Seth making sure to slow down, not make any mistakes here. Just make sure you do everything correctly. Draw the right amount of cards. Make sure you
Yep.
don't deck.
Yeah.
Because it is a real concern when you
That
got
is, yeah.
when you got 2 artist talent. It is a May ability from the talents, but still.
I will.
I mean, you're gonna do it if you can still get triggers, right?
I mean, not if you have 0 cards in the library.
Well, yeah, okay, fine. Seth Manfield poised to reach yet another finals here in the World Championship. Derrick Davis putting up a valiant fight. Our overnight leader on day one struggled to make it into the top 8, but got there in the end. And is now, unless something miraculous happens, is about to be dispatched by one of the game's greatest players.
Yep, absolutely. And now
Still not a bad weekend.
I mean, an incredible weekend. If any of these players to start, even the greats like Seth Manfield, if you can say, hey, you can lock in 4th place right now or you can play the tournament, I don't know many people that are going to say, nah, I'd rather give it a shot to win, you know? Like,
I'll go to 10.
And here is kind of the combo aspect of this. Boomerang basics back, one of the monument to then reset it.
Yep.
This comes back to my hand and I draw another card.
Yes.
So it's 1 whole mana.
Yeah. What an incredible journey it's been from Derrick, though. What a roller coaster, starting off as the 7-0 leader, getting all the way up to 9-1, basically feeling invincible, losing a couple wins in a row, and then winning that last one.
Yeah.
Still an incredible run. We'll be seeing a lot of him next year.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Seth had a roller coaster as well. 0-2 to start the day, thinking, okay, well, this isn't going to go super hot. Now he's about to be in the finals once again.
Yeah. And yeah, to go from back-to-back top 4s or better at the last 2 World Championships, like,
that's nutty.
That's incredible.
That is absolutely insane. Seth Manfield picking up a 3-0 victory against Derrick Davis here in the semifinals, making his way to yet another World Championship final.
Absolutely incredible. Win or lose in the finals, no matter what. A top 4 into a finals and back-to-back World Championships is just unheard of, especially after you win it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe not in this specific building, but in this city.
In the city,
that is kind of poetry to be able to be back here a full decade later.
Super composed, but you can tell he's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there. And it could well happen, friends. He now goes up against Akira Shibata in the finals. It's going to be a lessons mirror match. What is the most important thing to keep in mind going in there?
The most important thing to keep in mind is artist talent and monuments are on both sides. So it feels like a lot more of a fair fight going into this one. I think the Derrick Davis version, just without those 2 key aspects, we saw it all weekend. It changes the matchup completely. So yeah, finals should be a lot closer.
Should be interesting indeed. Riley got to chat to Seth after his victory, so let's hear what he had to say.
Well, Seth, bit of a deja vu for you perhaps today. This isn't the first time that you found yourself in the final of the World Championship in Seattle. It was exactly 10 years ago that you won the World Championship in this very city.
Yeah, I mean, that was an amazing moment. It really jump-started my career in a way. It is surreal. Like, I'm not going to lie. I haven't processed everything. I still have another match in front of me. So right now I'm focusing on the Magic. One more match. Let's see how it goes.
Well, what does that feel like for you as someone who has had so much success at the highest level? You've played in finals, you've played in Pro Tour, you've won and played in Pro Tour finals and World Championship finals before. What are you going to do between now and when that match begins to make sure you're in the best position to win it?
I mean, I'm going to walk around the room. I'm going to pace. Like, you'll probably see me doing something like awkward because I just care about like playing well, doing well. Obviously, the feeling doesn't get old.
A little bit of nervous energy I can sense from you at the moment. I can tell that you're really dialed in as well. So we'll let you get to those preparations. Let you go and pace nervously around, Seth. Best of luck to you in the final.
All right, thank you.
Best of luck to Seth Manfield and Akira Shibata. Our finals are coming up after the short break. Don't go anywhere.